Brianna Miller. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, but live in Omaha, Nebraska, and my major is early childhood and elementary education. So in my high school, we had modular scheduling, so coming to UNL was pretty easy to adjust to because I was used to having classes and then being open and having some time to myself. I was a little worried coming into the campus just because it's so big and I call myself a social person, but it's hard to get adjusted a lot. Being a person of color coming to a campus that it has diversity, but it's also very hard to see that diversity. Sometimes you don't see the representation. So coming here, I often felt like, is this where I'm supposed to be or where I belong? So I kind of had a hard time adjusting or finding things that fit me as a person of color, but since then I've been able to find different organizations that are helpful in being representative, but then I've also became more comfortable in just being myself and being where I want to be and then making it the best for me. One of the things that I'm proud of about being in the academy is I'm the only African American in the academy, and so sometimes it can be a little nervous, but I take pride in it because now that I am part of the recruitment academy, I'm able to help and try and find other people to also gain more diversity within the academy. So that's something that I'm really proud of, and I hope to continue to help other people of color to find their place as well at UNL and in TSA. Even though I am the only African American woman in this cohort, I definitely think that they are extremely supportive and you don't feel left out at all. There is a lot more diversity in the academy than a lot of people may just see just by looking. And so I have never felt, besides when I first started, yes, I felt a little bit out of place, but everyone is so welcoming and you can definitely tell that people are not looking at you based off of your race or whatever you may believe in, and everyone in the cohort has made me feel welcome, and they have also continued to check in on me. And I know even when we were not in school, when we were gone for the pandemic, people were still checking in with the whole Black Lives Matter going on and everything. There were still people in the cohort checking in on me, Braden himself checking in, and so you still feel welcome. And although it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, you never feel like you're out of place or like you may just not belong in the cohort. In the very beginning, we set standards for what we wanted for our academy, and we came up with respectful ground rules that we felt would be necessary to make sure that we can have those conversations. And so at the moment, it was kind of hard for us to come up with different things that we believe should be happening in all of our conversations. But as the times have changed and the current events that have gone on, and we've had to have some really tough conversations, we have been able to have some very, very tough conversations really professionally. And I know a lot of times when you think of young teenagers in college, you often think of people who just are really heated in the moment and only think about their own opinion. But we've really taken those ground rules and thought about things from different perspectives and been willing to listen and hear people out for what they believe in. And so having that community and setting up those standards already in the beginning has really allowed us to just be comfortable talking to each other and agreeing to disagree in a really respectful way. Being in the academy has been helpful because when we had seminar, we were able to meet some faculty, and the faculty talked to us about some of the programs that they had. And so being in the academy helped us to get to know people, but also get to know things that were offered around campus for us. And so I was able to branch out a little bit and do some other things, like Dr. Amanda Morales has the Future Teachers of Color. And so that was an organization that I learned about through TSA. But then also I've been able to learn more and be more willing to go into CEHS and just ask questions about what they may have for us to do. There's been a lot of relationships that have been built with peers and with faculty from the academy, because when you tell people that you are part of the Teacher Scholars Academy, they automatically think it's like the coolest thing ever, which is really fun. But the faculty absolutely loves the Teacher Scholars Academy, and so they're always so willing to just help and find out other things for you to get involved in on campus, and they'll even ask questions about the academy itself and how our experience has been. With peers outside of the the academy, we sometimes have to explain it to them about what TSA is, but with peers in the academy, we've all been able to get really close by living together on the 6th floor. All 40 of us were right next door. We've helped each other in classes, and then this semester we're also taking a class together, so that has been really helpful because we've been able to stick it out through assignments and class periods, just talking with each other about what we didn't understand or what maybe we could do better on. So we've been able to really connect within school, but also within out of school, and the current events that are going on and how it relates to our future career. Well, one thing that I definitely wish someone would have told me coming in is that college is not all about academics. I think when we say college, we just automatically think it's all about academics and book things, but networking and getting to know people and getting involved is so important in college, because these are our last years of just focusing on school and getting to know and getting out in other organizations and not just focusing on the real world. And so I wish when I was coming in that I would have just been told, hey, it's okay to spend some time and get in some organizations and take a little break from your book work and go find out what you like, different hobbies that you like that you didn't get to experience in high school. So something I would have advice for is be willing to step out of your comfort zone. I know that coming into a university, no matter where you come from, is really hard, but you have to be willing to go out and try new things or ask questions, ask what organizations may be good for you, ask other people what strengths they see in you, and find something that you feel like you really love or would really fit in. And even if it's something that's completely out of your league or something that you thought you could never do, just try it, see how it works for you, because you never know, someone could be looking up to you in that part of your life. So definitely give it a try. Always apply, do your best on the video. You never know what the outcome may be, but it's always worth a shot. TSA is an amazing academy, and there's so much to offer for you here in TSA and as well as at UNL.